Welcome back. This is the second episode of my walkthrough of Oblivion. And now we can continue the main quest because I'm much stronger. I have a magical sword and I'm level 2. So we need to travel to the closest fast travel point.
Come on, run while there's still time. The guard still holds the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed. God's blood. You don't know, do you? Daedra overran Kvatch last night. There were glowing portals outside the walls, gates to oblivion itself. There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare, came right over the walls, blasting fire that swarmed around it, killing. Go and see for yourself. Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me? Everyone else is dead. It was Savli and Matthias. Some of the other guards helped some of us escape. They cut their way out, right through the city gates. Savlian says they can hold the road. No, I don't believe him. Nothing can stop them. If you'd seen it, you'd know. I'm getting out of here before it's too late. They'll be here any minute, I'm telling you. Run when you can.
Okay, so right after you come here, you are greeted by the hysterical guy. But actually, it's kind of justified hysteria.
How could the
So,
Nine let this
it won't be
happen?
as easy
Are
as
they
just
angry with
walking
us?
into the city.
Don't know.
It's
What could we
obvious.
have done to
Now, if you talk to the people here, they can tell a bit more
You
details.
picked a bad time to visit Kvatch. Go look for yourself. The town is gone, and most of its people. The Daedra came out of the gate in the middle of the night. People who fought died. People who ran, they at least had a chance. You'll find him at the barricade at the top of the road. He's still trying to hold what's left of the guard together. If you mean the priest, I don't think he made it out of the city. Very few of us did. But Savlian Matthias might know more. He's in charge of the city guard that are defending the camp. Goodbye.
Yes, so there is a lot of trouble here. And you will soon see why I needed to gather a bit of my strength before coming here.
Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once. The only thing we can do, we'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now. Some kind of portal to oblivion. The enemy used them to attack the city. They appeared outside the walls, and Daedra poured out. They've opened one right in front of the city gates. Until that gate is closed, the best I can do is try to hold these barricades. You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a group towards the chapel of Akatosh. If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them, at least safe for the moment. If he's not... You want to help? You're kidding, right? If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure? I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened to them. If they're alive, help them finish the job. If not, see what you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you. My home! My goddamn home in flames! It kills me that I can't get in there and do something! We couldn't have been any less prepared for this. Seems like they came out of nowhere. There were just so many of them. If only I had a way to strike back at the enemy. But we can't leave the barricade until that Oblivion gate is closed.
There is essentially a portal to hell. Now, a very funny trivia from my childhood is that I actually spent years playing this game without ever going in here. One reason was because it was extremely scary. Oops. And the other reason was because actually my parents made it so it was forbidden for me to enter. Because they found it so horrifying and creepy that for the first year or two I was just doing the exploration and the other quest lines, and I did the main quest much later.
Thank the Nine. I never thought I'd see another friendly face. The others... taken. They were taken to the tower. Captain Mattias sent us in to try and close the gate. We were ambushed, trapped, and picked off. I managed to escape, but the others are strewn across that bridge. They took Menion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here. The captain is still holding the barricade? I figured I was the last one left alive. All right. I'll try to get out of here and let the captain know what's going on.
So as you can see, this is a rather dangerous place, and once you complete this quest, all sorts of gates will appear in the overworld. But before that, they don't open at all. So if someone does not like this whole hell landscape and such, they can just simply skip the main quest line altogether. But these guys are much stronger than the usual beginner level creatures. And as you can see, I'm not using the magical sword, and that's because it has limited charges, and you need to charge it with soul stones that I don't have yet. So I'm saving it for very powerful enemies and tricky situations. But in these places, just progressing slowly and waiting to fill up your health is a very good tactic. You have to be careful because even the plants are kind of poisonous sometimes. So you can see the soul gems have soul level, which means that you need to fill them before they are useful. Oh, and I got lucky. Sometimes the random generation of loot will give you some very valuable stuff. And your goal is to kind of enter these towers and climb to the top of the tower. At first it's kind of easy to get lost, but later, like the other dungeons, you can just memorize the general layout patterns, and it's absolutely easy to get through these, although they get very boring very quickly, because just the overall mood of this place is just so depressing. Yes, as you can see, I almost died with 2 head points. So in these cases you can just drink the healing potions, but you need to be very careful, because there is a limit to how much you can drink in a short period of time. The game won't allow you to just drink like 10 or 20. And the sword was extremely crucial. But unfortunately I forgot to bring repair hammers, so I may be in trouble. I'll try to take the mace, at least. And these towers are usually designed in the same way. So first you have the rending halls. So the name can tell you how far you have progressed, and the look is always the same as well. You have to be very careful with the traps around here. Yes, so the next one is the Blood Feast, which is essentially the main part of the tower, and you just need to follow the kind of energy part. The next one is the Dark Salvation. As you climb up, every Oblivion gate and plane will have this kind of elements. And now you can see that I need a key, which is kind of part of the overall puzzle system. Sometimes you need keys and such. This is the main difference between the different Oblivion gates.